Two more episodes have aired, and you guys get straight to the point. I mean, sex, STDs, yes, gang violence, crazy jealous boyfriends, racism, sexuality, more sex.
More sex, lots of sex.
And all in 10 minutes or less. Okay, so for people who are just waking up out of hibernation, or females like myself who are out of their teenage years, why is Teenagers worth watching?
Teenagers, it's so relatable. You know, like everyone comes from different backgrounds, ethnicities, social classes, you know, goes through daily teenage angst life. I think it's relatable for not only teenagers but adults as well. I think there's something someone can take away from watching Teenagers. And it's really gritty and diverse cast, and I think it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we never leave the teenage years, even as we grow up. Every time, I don't know, for myself, every time I ask someone out or something, I go back to those teenage years, and that
vulnerability on
the heart rate
yeah,
is still palpable, right? And then with the introduction of Facebook, I remember it became like, I'm not going to date myself, but high school all over again, and I started to get reintroduced with people that I hadn't seen for a long time. And so when I watch the series, it's good for all ages. Sure, the demographic is 13 to 21 maybe
yeah,
is specified, but I don't know, I know people into their 30s that enjoy it.
People who are familiar with Degrassi, the next generation, are obviously making some comparisons there. Is that something that you welcome?
Of course, being compared to Degrassi is great. It's a show that touches on a lot of great topics, and we have some actors from Degrassi as well who are really great to work with. Yeah, I think the difference is from Teenagers to Degrassi is that we are a little bit more gritty. We're on the web, so there's a freedom to it. So we can really, you know, get down and dirty.
I've been hearing some comments about comparing it to the Skins, UK Skins.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty cool because Skins is known to push the envelope a little bit, right?
Your character, from what I can tell, seems to be a little bit of a troublemaker. Is that accurate?
I don't think she means to be a troublemaker. I think she's just one of those girls who want to grow up before her time. You know, she overcompensates by being overly confident, but I think deep down she's insecure, like most teenagers, like most adults. Like everyone has a lot of insecurities, you know what I mean? So I think that's her way of overcompensating by being really confident, and she seems to be trouble. I mean, I don't think she means to be, but yeah, I don't know. She's all over the map, I think, sometimes.
She's a heartbreaker.
She's a heartbreaker.
So you haven't quite figured her out yet?
I think she's going through a lot of different emotions, and I think she's trying to fill the void. And like being in, you know, a relationship with Jeremy, you know, it's filling a void for her. She gets into these abusive relationships because I think she's missing something.
Sir Nick.
Yeah.
3 episodes in, your character Jeremy is pretty much crazy personified. But as I know from experience, bad boy is never just a rebel without a cause. So what can we expect from your character story?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a little away. Hey, because I'm a rebel without a cause.
That's right.
Or not.
Or not. Jeremy, as you can see, is he's the main antagonist to this whole plot, and you know, people are quick to judge and stereotype, but once they see a little bit more of the episodes, they'll know a little bit more of where Jeremy comes from. And not to say his actions are right, because his actions probably, speaking, aren't right, but he loves Olive, and he does it for love. That's really a cop-out. The truth is, Jeremy is a bad boy.
He is a bad boy, and I think people need to keep in mind when they look at Jeremy and some of these, you know, teenagers who look like, you know, they're just racist or whatever it may be, that some things are learned behavior. So I think that's something to keep in mind when you're watching these teenagers.
So the director-writer, Matthew Murray, he is sort of the brainchild behind all of this. He created it, he wrote it, he's directing it, and why is this such a big thing for him?
He's a 20-year-old phenom. Like, he's a young guy with a vision and talent.
So talented. He just has vision.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes, like, I don't know if you've ever been on set. I've been on set with the directors. I don't know, they can be like very regimented. This is how it's going to go. With Matthew, it was more free-flowing.
Yeah.
But
room to experiment.
Room to experiment, but it all got done the way he wanted it to anyway, which is really cool to see.
Okay.
And his writing partner, Sarah Damaskos.
We're butchering. Sorry, Sarah.
Sorry, Sarah. She's a lovely person as well, right? And so they're just fresh out of the teenage years themselves.
Miss Dana Jeffries, thank you, and Nick
Stanovich. Yes. Oh, wow.
Don't even. Don't even. Amazing. Thank you guys so much for doing this. We're out.